Steve, you're up for re-election, 4 years. It looks like, I always get the feeling you really enjoy the challenges of this ward in Tilbury.
It is. It's a lovely ward, lovely people, great community spirit, and a lot of people need some help. And I've found the last 4 years really rewarding, challenging, diverse number of issues, but you know, when you can help people, it's very rewarding as well.
So when you say a lot of people need some help, what are the examples of the type of things which people need help over?
It's about 80% housing. In Tilbury we have the oldest houses in the borough, about 100 years old. They have very little in the way of insulation, quite a lot of damp. You know, the properties are getting old. We've just spent £12 million in Tilbury on refurbishment, which has been fantastic, but there's still a lot to be done, a lot of damp problems in the area. So it's and fencing and so on and so on. It's a never-ending job really.
Do people expect too much out of councillors or too little out of councillors?
It's getting the balance right really. We mustn't do the officers' jobs for them, but we represent the residents when we think the council doesn't do its job properly.
Because you were an officer for a number of years.
I was an officer for 40 years. I worked in probably about 15 different local authorities, starting with the GLC housing, and I worked for Devon County Council as a work study consultant, and then 3 or 4 councils as an organisation and methods officer. And then the last 25 I finished up with Thurrock Council as a contract manager for IT. So quite diverse. Sorry,
because some people, they can be very frustrated and what they kind of get, and they sometimes ring up the council and sometimes they're known very quickly as vexatious, etc. Are you sort of the calming influence, but also the glue between your resident and the council?
Am I the calming influence? That's an interesting one. I would hope so. Yeah, I mean, people come to me. They are frustrated. They find it difficult to communicate with the council sometimes, and I'm able to talk to them and identify exactly what their problem is, and say, look, is this what you want me to do? And identify what it is to be done, and they're really happy, and I ride off for them, show them what I've done, sometimes give them a copy to make them feel comfortable and trusting of me, and they generally go away quite happy. But we never actually know. They don't come back and tell us, well, that was a wonderful job you did for us. All we get is the next person with the next problem. That's the downside of being a councillor.
But you're a Labour councillor.
I am.
What do you think distinguishes you as a Labour councillor?
I know I'm caring. I know that I'm looking out for the underdog. I'm looking out for the people who don't always communicate that well, who can't add up their benefits as well as, or their wages, or whatever it is that they're having problems with. So I've had a fairly privileged life, and I feel that it's important that I look after other people.
Steve, thank you.